Okay, well, let's just have a little recap. Um, this is the Mark One bottle lathe, or the Faber Mark One bottle lathe. Um, Mark One always suggested that it might not be the final version, and indeed it isn't. I've been playing about, playing being the operative word. You know, we've managed to sort of muck up the vodka vase. We did not too bad a sort of effort on the Scotch bottle brush holder, but it's not a pretty not a pretty experience. Oh no, that's out of the way. So what we're going to do now is we're going to build the Mark II, aided and abetted by a cheap nasty glass tool. That, with a nice little wooden handle, will do very nicely in the project that I think I'm going to put together. Do you ever have one of those days when you don't really feel like getting much done and you end up not doing anything, don't you? Something I need to be doing is sorting out some seed for next year. Now, this is something that I used to get lumbered with when I was a child. So, you know, no secrets on how to do it. Paper envelopes, not plastic. The clever thing is to always remember to mark. A number of times I didn't do that. Right, anyone, what are these? These are radish seed heads. And the trick is to try not to get them all over the place. Does everyone like radishes? I don't know, some people don't like them. Not too sure about some of these. You know, that doesn't look particularly healthy, does it? Looks like it's got some sort of mould spore on it. We desperately don't want mould. And slowly you build a good collection of seed. Do you want to watch me do another 47 like that? No? Okay. Okay, well the next seed that I'm very keen to save is one of my favourite vegetables. Let me see, let's... right. Yeah, okay. Leeks. Now, if I left this outside any longer, it would get rained upon and it would spoil, but it's actually not quite ready for extracting the seed. That needs to dry out a bit further. But what I don't want to be doing is keeping this amount of stem. So, yeah, let's sort something out to give that somewhere to dry out. Now, while we do that, it's worth just looking at the looking at the bulb end of this, just in case. Sometimes these start to divide. Yep. And you can plant these out in the same way that you would plant out shallots. You can, or you needn't. But there we are, that's a leek. And of course it's very important to label leeks, because leek flower heads and onion flower heads all look the same when they're like this. But we'll leave them to dry off. When they're dry we'll come back to them and extract the seed. Of course these aren't really designed for cutting leeks. These are designed for this sort of work. That works, doesn't it? I would like them to feel a bit nicer to use though, so I'm going to spend a little bit of time giving them a clean. Well, I made a start. There's no point having a tool that isn't nice to touch. So we've knocked the rust off, started knocking the rust off anyway, and I gave it a quick blow over with some paint. First of all a coat of zinc primer and then a coat of what I had kicking about. Makes it just a lot nicer to handle.